Diablo 2 difficulty can be a damn hard thing to tackle, especially since we are talking in here about an older game, a really old game. You will not understand many of the mechanics because the game just does not tell them to you, how they work and so on and so forth. Most of Diablo 2 veterans can discard this guide completely, since this is focused for those newcomers trying to tackle on one of the most, if not the most, iconic ARPG of all time. What is up, you damn gorgeous, beautiful gamers? Welcome back to RPJames. Before we move on with the matter that concerns us today, I would very much like to invite you to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We do concise guides, news and reviews that go deep and straight to the point, no filler, so that we do not waste your precious time, which I respect hugely. Now, how can we be overpowered from the very beginning of the game and stay like that for the rest of it? It really is quite simple actually. Through your first playthrough of the game, it will take time for you to find cool stuff that you can use to get past some of the most intense enemies and fights. Resistances are especially a very important aspect of surviving the Diablo world, Sanctuary. So, you're going to craft your gear, and very early for that matter. How do they work? It is really simple actually. You take a non-magic item with sockets on it, meaning white or grey ones. Blue and beyond it will never work, so do not waste runes on them. Also, the rune words need to match the number of the sockets the item has on it, otherwise it will not work. If you want to craft a 2 runes rune word, the item needs to have 2 sockets on it. Not 1, not 3, 2. You can attach rune words to helmets, body gear and weapons, including shields, not on jewelry, gloves or boots. To get the socketed items, you can buy them from the blacksmith in the Act 1 and 2 as well, not in 3 and beyond, since they will mostly sell blue rarity items. Runeward attached gear will turn in this disgusting thing that you can see in here, and most of the times, even when you do not need some of these stats for your specific build, they greatly enhance your character. Now, that actually does looks fancy, but also looks complex and like if it was endgame gear. You're not far from the truth, but not necessarily close either. As soon as you get to the Black Marsh, in the very first act of the game, you will find the Forgotten Tower. A 5 levels dungeon. Here you'll find the Countess. By the time you reach this place, you will be level 8 roughly. And by all means, you should be really careful while exploring the tower, since it is filled with elite enemies, which is why this is your ideal farming place. On the bottom of the tower you'll find the Countess. Each time you kill her, she is going to drop a rune word. Rune words have level, and they will determine the level of the gear you craft based on the level of the highest rune attached to it. The Countess drops runes from the very first ones up to Ral. For offline difficulty you can reset the tower by changing axe. For online, just save and exit, and once you log in, the tower should be resetted. You need to farm this place until you reach level 17 at the very least. It is fairly easy, and by doing so you are farming runes as well. Your main goal is to get enough runes to attach to as much equipment as possible. The ones you need are stealth and adhere. Those are a must. The first is for the armor, the second for your helmet. As for weapons, it depends on your build and which ones do you like the most. If you're a sorceress, you want Leaf. If you're a melee warrior, you want Malice. And if you want extra mana for a caster, Steel. For stealth, you need the runes Tal and Eth, socketed on a 2 sockets body armor. For the helmet, you need Nadir, which is Nef and Tyr, socketed on a 2 sockets helmet. I will leave the link on the description of the video so you can then choose what kind of rune word you want on the weapon, but do remember that for now it can only be Steel, Malice and Leaf, since you will not get any more higher runes from the Countess until you get the next game difficulty, or at least until you level up a little bit more, you get to more far areas of the game. The gear you're going to craft in here will necessarily ask of you to be level 17 to fully wear it all, at least on the body armor. On the helmet, I believe, if my memory serves me well, it's level 13, but to be fully equipped, it shall be 17. So that is why you want to farm up to 17 with the Countess. The high amount of elite enemies in dungeon will help with that. Also, the Countess personal guard gives more XP. This is everything you need to get through the normal difficulty of the game. This is one of the ultimate goals. Also, as you level up, you will be getting better and better runes. So be sure to be checking the wiki as to when you level up, so that you can craft better and better gear. Do not worry though, the farming for the runes in here and the Countess Tower can be done in a grind of 2 to 3 hours. Also, save the extra runes of the Countess farming in case you find a piece of gear that has stronger base stats than the one you crafted in Act 1, so you can change it easily later on and have a little extra edge for the battlefield. That being said, that was all from me, guys. Hope you find this guide useful, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Remember to stay gorgeous, stay safe, and if no one has told you today that you're a gorgeous and beautiful person, then you are. Have a nice day.